One is again, keep the reading if you can. E-E-A-C-O-N-O-F-H-O-P-E. Welcome to Beacon of Hope School. This is WATOTO SHAMBANI. Yay!
So today we are learning about how to grow kales. My favorite food is chapati and chicken because it's sweet and nutritious at the same time. When I grow up, I'd like to be a farmer because in the most recent days there's been a shortage of food in the society, and if I become a farmer, I'll be able to fill that gap. If I would grow a magical plant, it would be a plant that can heal all the diseases because there are a lot of diseases that don't have cures.
My favorite food is pasta because it's very delicious and nutritious. When I grow up, I want to be a farmer because it is a stable source of income and it enables one to be self-employed. I would grow a tree that bears fruits of relief and relieves all kinds of stress.
My favorite food is chips and chicken because it's delicious. I want to be a farmer because it is a good source of income. If I could grow a magical plant, I will grow a plant that produces cars because I love cars.
My favorite food is chicken biryani because it's fun to cook it and really delicious. I want to be a farmer because it's really interesting to grow plants and watch them grow within their time. If I could grow a magical plant, I would like to grow a plant that grants you any of your wishes because it will be really fun to have whatever you've been wanting.
My favorite food is rice and beans because it contains both carbohydrate and protein. When I grow up, I want to be a farmer because I like associating with nature. If I could grow a magical plant, it would be a plant that reminds you of all your past fun memories. Today we are learning about how to grow.
Welcome to Beacon of Hope School. This is our farm, and today I'm going to answer questions on kales. Welcome.
So, Expert Joel,
Yes.
what are kales?
Kales are green leafy plants that belong to cabbage family.
My other question is,
Yes.
where do kale farmers grow kales?
Yeah, kale farmers can decide to grow kales in big farms or small farms or indoors.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
My other question,
Yes.
how do kales look like?
Kales, okay, after this we'll just go around the farm, but kales are leafy plants that I've just told you that belong to the cabbage family. Just look at them.
Hi, Expert Joel.
Yes.
I have a question.
Go on.
How long do kales take to grow?
You asked how long do kales take to grow. Yeah, as you know, we have so many plants that farmers plant. And as kales, we must also have duration for them to take so that they can mature up. For kales, we only have 3 to 4 months. But others, depending on the variety, the type, others could take 2 or 3. But the standard time is 3 to 4 months.
Hi, Expert Joel.
Hi.
I have a question.
Let's go on.
Can kale farmers use machineries on their farms?
That's a very, very good question, Robin. Yes, yeah, it's very, very much okay. Like it's in order. Farmers may go on using machines in their farms. And this one, it depends on the size of the farm. Some farmers have very big farms. And you know, if you have a very big farm, you cannot use these farm tools that cannot save time. So it depends. If you have a very big farm, you can go on using machines like tractors and other machines that can help you to do your work or to make your work very easy. So that is very much in order. You can use machines in your farm. Thank you very much. Are you okay, Robin?
Hi, Expert Joy.
Hi.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can kales be grown indoors?
Yeah, that's a very nice question, Stephanie. You asked if kales can be grown indoors. You see, kales is just like any other plant. You can decide to grow these kales outside the farm, or you can decide to grow them inside or indoors. And if you decide to grow these kales indoors, you can use the sacks or even the buckets. So it's very much allowed. You can grow them in indoors or in closed doors. Very okay. Very okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Any other question?
Hey, Expert Joel.
Hi.
I have a question.
Okay, go on. Ask.
What happens if kales get too much sun?
That's a very nice question. I think you've ever seen kales in a farm. These kales, some of them you can see the colors of the leaves are changing. Some are yellow, some are very green. So if we have too much sun on these kales, we have some good effects on those kales and others are bad. The good effects on that, the heat of the sun, the kales grow and they become very sweet if the sun is very high. But we don't encourage to have too much heat. But the bad effects on those kales, when you have too much sun, they will wither or wilter. That one means that they will dry up. Are you okay? Yes. Thank you very much.
Hi, Expert Joel.
Yes?
I have a question.
Yes, go on.
Do kale farmers need to test the soil?
Yeah, that's a very nice question. I think even at home, you do some little farming at home, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you see, if you are growing any other plant apart from kales, you need to know the type of soils that you are growing your plant in. So with kales, they need a neutral soil. So you need to know if this soil is it's basic or acidic. So scientifically, we say that we test the pH of the soil. So it's very much necessary for you to know which kind of soil are you exposing your kales to. Is that right, Danu?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Hello, Expert Joel.
Hi, Andy.
Are there different types of kales?
That's a very nice question. Kales are grown in variety, and we have types of kales. Like you'll go around my farm after the next part of it. I'll just take you around my farm, the farm of the school, and you'll see that we have different kales. But with me, we normally grow the collards. So we have types, very many types of them. But in our farm here, we grow collards. So we have so many types of kales. Is that right, Andy? Any other question? Yes.
Hi, Expert Joel. I
Hi.
have a question for you.
Yes.
Can kales survive in cold weather?
Very nice question. You are asking if kales can survive in cold weather. Yeah, these are plants, and you know plants survive in different climatic conditions. And if you expose kales to very harsh, extreme climatic conditions, they won't survive. But somehow, if you have moderate cold, they will still survive. But don't expose them to extreme cold, but they will just survive if you have moderate cold.
Hi, Expert Joel.
Hi.
I have a question.
Yes, go on.
Do kale plants need a lot of water?
Good question. You are asking if kale plants need a lot of water. Kales are just plants like any other plants. The key requirement of a plant is water. So the more you give these plants water, the more healthier they become. So these kales, they need water for their growth. So if you are giving them water, enough water, there is no harm, my friend. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do kale farmers use to protect their plants from bugs?
Okay, kale farmers, they also need to protect their kales from these external intruders like pesticides, the bugs. They look like pests, bugs, and small animals. So what they should do, they should use pesticides. These are chemicals to make sure that these plants or these pests stay away from the kales.
When do kale farmers harvest their kales?
Okay, these kale farmers, they harvest their kales once they see leaves dropping from the kales. If you go around the farm, you see that some leaves are dropping and are on the ground. That's the time that you can suppose now to harvest your kales. That is from 3 to 4 months.
So, Expert Joel,
Yes?
how do farmers sell their kale crops?
These kale crops are crops that are income. They generate cash to these farmers, so they can decide to sell these kales in large scale commercial dealers or in the small scale commercial dealers in the nearest markets, because it's a very marketable vegetable that can be grown with any other farmer.
Thank
Yes.
you. My second question,
Yes?
do kale farmers work all year round?
Yes, they can work all year round, but not on kales alone. They can decide to work on their farms on other plants, because kales only have a duration of 3 to 4 months, right?
Thank you. And these kale farmers, do they only focus on kales alone, or are there any other plants that they grow?
That's a very nice question. These kale farmers, they are free because kales cannot be grown all year round from January to December. After you harvest the kales, you can also do what you call intercropping and have other crops inside the farm that has kales.
So, Expert Joel,
Yes?
so what tools do we use in kales?
That's a very nice question. Tools, it depends with the farm, the size of the farm. As I said earlier, if you have a very big farm, you can decide to use a tractor or these machines. But preparation of the farm, you start even with a slasher. You prepare the farm very well. You can use a forked djembe to prepare to cultivate it, and also you can use a djembe. So you can use a variety of machines and tools to prepare your farm.
Yes, I think we have another question.
Yes, go on.
Are kale farms big or small?
Kale farms, they can be big or small according to how economically stable you are. You can decide to have a very big farm or a very small farm. It is very much allowed. Is that right?
Then we have another question.
Yes.
Do kale farmers use chemicals while growing their kales?
Yeah, it's very much in order to use these chemicals and not any other chemicals. These chemicals can be insecticides or pesticides. These ones are to make sure that these kales are very much free from the pests like aphids, like the bugs, so that they grow very much healthy.
Expert Joel,
Yes?
what do kale farmers do with leftover kale leaves?
After you've harvested, or if you go around the farm, you can see that some leaves have dropped and have turned yellow. You don't dispose those leaves. You can use them as manure, and also you can feed other small animals. If you have like rabbits, you can feed them, right? Yeah.
Welcome back from the break. Now we want to do what we have been learning practically. So I'm going to show you some steps with my kids here. These are the young upcoming farmers, and they are very aspiring. So when you want to grow kales, you need so many things. The first thing you have to have the tools. You can see we have the djembes. You need to also have a good land. Sometimes you might not have a land, you might have the buckets or the structures, the containers, where you do what we call kitchen gardening. Then another thing that you need something to fertilize the farm. You can buy from the shop fertilizer, or you can use the organic manure. So I am going to take us through, first of all, the varieties of kales that we have. We have a variety known as the collard variety. We also have the collard variety, is the one that we are dwelling on most, which we are going to plant today. You can see how it looks like. It is very nice and have got broad leaves, which makes it the best variety that we prefer in this our farm. We also have the marrow stem variety. We have the Mfalme, the Malkia, but for more information about varieties, you can always feel free to consult us. Then if you want to, another thing that you have to consider is the ecological factors. In the ecological factors, we need the soil. Like you can see our farm here, you can see our plots are raised. Our plots are well raised, which means kales require a deep, fertile soil which is well drained. It should not store water on it. Then again, it requires a lot of rainfall, which is well distributed throughout the year. And you can supplement your rains by irrigation. If the rains are not there, then you have to ensure that you irrigate your farm. Then another thing is moderate to low temperatures, depending on the variety that you want to check. I want to take us very fast through land preparation. The first thing that you need when you want to grow kales is to plan. You have to plan well. You have to plan yourself. If you are depending on the rains, then you have to plan with the rainy season. If you are doing irrigation, then you are good to go anytime that you want to do it. So like for us, we do irrigation. We can start the planting season anytime. So the first thing that you need is to plow the land well. Like you can see, our land is well plowed. You do it deep so that you ensure the deep rooting of the kales are well catered for. Then after plowing the land, you need to establish the nursery. For some farms, they prefer buying the established seedlings. You can see our seedlings. Everybody can pick the seedlings, young farmers. Then you just resume your position. There is another one there. There's another one there. You can see these are our seedlings. So for some farms, they prefer using already made seedlings, but for some farms, they prefer establishing their own seedlings. Like in our farm, we always establish our own seedlings, the ones that you can see we are carrying. So when you are preparing the kales nursery, you do it more or less like that one of cabbage. You first of all ensure the land is well prepared, well marked, and you make your land very fine because the kale seeds are very small in sizes. So make the land very fine, then you prepare some drills, then you scatter your seeds along those drills. Then you don't cover with a lot of soil, you just cover it lightly. Then in 1 month time, your kales will be ready, the seedlings will be ready, and you will be able to transplant them. Like you can see, how will you know that your kales are ready? Just hold your seedling up. You can see all the ones that we have, at least they have 3 leaves, 3 well-established leaves, 3 to 4. So that is when you will know that your kales is ready, you can do the transplanting. Normally, it happens, if they receive well rains, it happens from the 3rd week. The 3rd week to 4th week of their stage in the nursery. Then I am going to take us on how now to prepare the land to receive the established seedlings. The first thing that you need is to make the holes at appropriate spacing. You can see the way they are spaced. So everybody to make his hole, that just like I'm making mine. Good. You can see we have made our holes. So after you have made a well hole, which is at least, that is just enough. So we can continue. After you have made a well hole, which is more or less 10 centimeter, it should be 10 centimeter deep, but not more than 10 centimeter deep. The land also should not be too fine, because now you are dealing with the seedlings, not the seeds. So you make your land to medium tilt, then you make the holes at 10 centimeter deep, and the holes should be, you can see the way they are apart, they are well set apart. After you have made holes, you ensure your holes are 60 centimeter apart, Like you can see, let all of us measure 60 centimeter from one another. You can see where they are. My djembe is set at 60, and you can see they are 60 centimeter apart. So after you have made your holes, then another thing you will need organic manure. If you are using organic manure, you will need a well-rotten organic manure, but for some farmers, they prefer DAP, the diammonium phosphate fertilizer. But I will advise that for kales, it is good to at least involve organic manure for the fertility of the land so that you may sustain it. So let us just pick our manure and mix with and put in the hole. So after you have picked a handful of manure, then you put within the hole where you want to do the transplanting. Then you mix it well with the soil. After mixing it well with the soil, what is remaining is now to bring your established seedlings. In this case, we call it transplanting. How are you supposed to obtain your seedling from the nursery? You are supposed to obtain your seedling from the nursery with some soil on the base of it, so that you ensure the adaptability. So anytime you are uplifting your seedlings from the nursery to transplant in the main bed where you want to establish your kales, you ensure you uplift them with some soil at their base so that the roots are not interfered with. Then on the hole that you had already prepared and already has the well-rotten organic manure, you now can bring the kale. Let us do it. Then you plant it. You make it at least a good base. Then you ensure it is planted at the same depth as it was in the nursery. So after it has stand, then you ensure you make the base firm by at least pressing the soil against the base. You make the roots firm. I want to take us so fast on the field management practices. The first thing that you will do is to do the watering. So you will maintain the watering all through until your kales are well established. You will also need to do some disease control. The cabbage pests that are serious are the aphids, the bugs. You need to apply the insecticide so that you control them. The only question that I know you will raise is how long does kales take to be ready, which had already been mentioned. So you will know for it to reach the stage that you can now do your harvesting, it will have well established leaves. So I want to say thank you for participating and thank you for establishing this. Thank you. This is Beacon, and we are much passionate about this. Thank you.